Hello, people of YouTube. It's Brittany, Inner Goddess, here on the tube and elsewhere. I'm coming on here because, I've experienced fury to the point of speechlessness. And so, I'm, I've gone to the books, and often when you see the Eight of Swords, what people really love to emphasize is that you have a choice, or you have choices that you can't see. You can release yourself. You just think you're stuck. And that's the most infuriating nonsense to say. Given when you're reading the Eight of Swords for somebody, it does not feel like illusion. Would you tell somebody in jail or prison, you can walk right out that door if you want to? Well, yeah, if they've got like an invincibility cloak, or if they can walk through walls or break through concrete, they're immune to bullets. Yeah, absolutely. So, but in reality, what do you mean is work with your circumstances. Might not be able to get out of the gal, but you could appeal. You could busy yourself with some arts and crafts. You can start working out. Maybe make some friends. Write some letters. Start attending gal church. Meditate. Take up prison tattooing. Lots of choices. So I'm just going to read off some of these things that it says are associated with this card. Feeling restricted, being fenced in by obstacles, staying in a limited situation, feeling trapped by circumstances, experiencing few options, being blind to freedom, feeling persecuted, feeling confused, being unsure which way to turn, feeling at a loss, lacking direction, feeling overwhelmed, floundering around, needing guidance and clarity, not understanding what is happening, feeling powerless, waiting for outside rescue, doubting anything you do will help, avoiding responsibility, looking for a white knight, feeling victimized, or accepting inaction. I'll tell you how I respond to Eight of Swords. uh, at certain times in life, when you feel totally stuck, and your stuck sucks, because this is not boredom. This is not Four of Cups melancholy. This is it's difficult because in a lot of times in this modern world, we say everybody is free to make choices, free to go as they please, free to make money how they want to make money, uh, talk to whomever they want to, say what you want to say. We say all this stuff, but that's a lie. That's a humongous lie. Yeah, do what you want and face the consequences. That's what you can do. You can do whatever you want if you are willing to face the consequences. And that is how I respond to this card. If you are totally stuck, how you get unstuck is anything different. Freaking anything. Do anything. If you feel stuck, you've probably already ruled out whatever options you've been told or whatever you could think of. Do anything else. If you've been moving around, fighting the ropes, stop fighting the ropes. Try not fighting. Unblurry. Let's see. Sometimes it's like that. Message. This just might be a blurry time. Huh. Okay. It's confusion. Yeah, where I was at, I was on a roll. It's called do something else. Whatever you tried, still stuck. Try something else. Is my answer to Eight of Swords. Because the reason for the stuck feeling is because it's like if I make a move, I'll be stabbed. And there's a very real risk. It feels real. It seems real. But that's the reason why there's all these BS meanings for the Eight of Swords, saying that it's powerlessness in your mind, that you're free to go, like you can do what you want. That's the reason for all those freaking meanings, because they're saying that you won't be stabbed if you make a move. And that's probably why I felt compelled to pull out this holographic deck. A reminder that we're living in a simulation. We're having an experience, and that this is not the real. This feels real. It's real for being here. It's real as it feels for the characters in a video game. Are you the type of person, because this isn't everybody, some people can die like a million times in in a video game and keep playing, which I don't understand. Like a couple deaths and I'm about through. I've had enough. But yeah, it depends on your immersion level. Just like even watching a movie. Some people stay distant from being totally involved in a movie by talking. They're like talking all throughout the movie. They're on the phone half the movie, doing something else. Have a movie playing as they're doing other things. And other people are deep in it. They are feeling the scene. Some people are totally immersed in life, and others are kind of detached from it. And so that's why they can try a zillion things or detach from people. Think about introverts versus extroverts. Like extroverts can meet hundreds of people in one day and go and do it again the next day. An introvert is burned out. They're in a crowd of a couple hundred people. It might only spoke to 3, but they've had enough just from the crowd. That's enough. I'll be back at the convention next year. That's enough. Uh, and that's not to say that extroverts don't feel anything, but they can very well they might not have this thing. They might not be too attached at all or feel much at all, but some feel and go, feel and go. You ever notice like eating chips? Like if you have some, there's a basket of tortilla chips and some like super spicy salsa, the likelihood that you're gonna pay more attention to each chip is higher because that's that salsa gonna take you down. But if you're eating like a bag of Fritos or something, like some Doritos, you're eating some potato chips in the car, likelihood you can mow through that whole bag of chips without even thinking about it is high. You're not really feeling each chip until you reach down in the bag and notice that it's empty. A person in an 8 of Swords situation, it's empty. And this is mentally, because swords, again, if the person could see their way out of it, they wouldn't be an 8 of Swords. They wouldn't look bound up if they could figure their way out of it. They're looking for some sort of intervention, some sort of savior, because they literally can't figure it out. And that's the thing about being a compassionate reader having understanding, it really depends on like how much stuff you've been through. What kind of things have you experienced? In addition to people that you worked with. But even reading for hundreds or thousands of people, you're still going to be sitting on the soapbox that you're sitting on if you personally don't have a real like wide range in your experiences. All you've got then is what you witness through others, the way you see it through your perspective, and your books or other readers that you're willing or open to listen to. It's funny, Modern Witch Tarot. When she came out with that Ten of Swords, that everything is fine card, that was hilarious to me. Had to have that deck, just based off that one card. I had to have the deck because to look be like this, to have an experience like that, and still be like, it's good. It's incredible. And the thing is, there's some of us that can do it. Like, people expect you to look like this card when you're in it. Like, your hair is like jacked up. You look really tired. You look visibly upset or like you've been crying. Everything's broke down around you. It looks like rock bottom. But it might not. People's Ten of Swords is different. Some people can lose it all in the same day and still like joke with the person at the gas station. So I can say that when I saw this card a lot, um, I'd be happy. I really would be happy to see the card. Why? Because it meant that it can't get any worse. That's what's wonderful about this card. Truly, it's a reflection that it cannot get any worse. You're at the end of the road of whatever turbulence you've been going through. And you have thought it to the max. You have experienced it to the max. And also, if you have had the perception that people have stabbed you in the back or been talking about you behind your back, confirmed. Yes. Yes, they have. And it can't be any further. There's a lot of people that are afraid, like, keep my name out your mouth. It's as far as it can go. So if you're concerned about bad things happening to you as a consequence of people talking about you, or people laughing at you, or just tearing up your reputation or anything, it can't get any worse. So there you go. There's some positivity. And another thing on reflection, with the Five of Pentacles, a lot of folks get concerned about ending up in the Five of Pentacles. But if you see the Five of Pentacles as a reflection of your situation, well, congrats, you're already there. You're already there. So, you're concerned about doing without? Well, you're without. And it's Pentacles, so yeah, it looks like it too. So, if your stress is about keeping things together, making it look like you're unbothered, it's fine. It's good. It's good. Mm, you can let some of your anxiety out, and that might be the move out of the Eight of Swords. Sometimes you attract the bats. The crows, the gargoyles. Sometimes you attract them by not being dead yet. They're so waiting for it. Just like, I know that that's about to be a carcass to chew on. I just know it. And you're just still dragging on near to the end. Just fall out. Just fall out right there in the in the sand. Just fall out so they can pluck at you, and then you live again. Through their bodies, you burst out. I know, morbid imagery, like really, really going for it right now. But you burst out through their bodies, through the circle of life. In actuality, you move through their digestive system, you come out of poo, you land on the ground, you fertilize the seed, you sprout up through the corn, you're eaten by a person, you move through the body. Real life situation. The circle of life continues. This is funny. I shared a book. Oh, it's on my Bendable, but it's a witchy book, but real life witchy, not fiction. But the author was like doing some like investigative journalism, but also immersing herself in the experience. And someone had said that like when they die, how they want to be processed is their body like put in the desert and plucked at until it's bones, and then have their people come out and collect the bones and like do something with them. I think that might have happened. Like, it's been a minute since I read this book, but I'm like sort of morbid, but also very involved in the circle of life and conscious of it. Like, if, like, the more that we hold on to, the more that's still there. I know that sounded very circular, but example, going still following the death trail. When I was a little nugget and went to, heck, the only funeral that I've been to. My great grandmother. After the funeral part that was in the church, there was like a long time that was in the cemetery, and I took to wandering around a little bit, and I thought, like, if everybody has a casket, if all these people have caskets under the ground, this place has got to be so crowded. Imagine how many people have died. Like, we're going to run out of casket room. My little mind just buzzing, like, this is going to be ridiculous. How is it not ridiculous already? Do they dig just deeper and deeper, or they stack them up and maybe they start to sink lower in the ground, and the lowest caskets start to melt in the magma of the middle of the earth? I just start to think all sorts of wildness, because I'm like, this doesn't seem like a good idea at all. And even worse, when I saw the mausoleums, I'm just like, imagine if a lot of people wanted a mausoleum. Oh, so there's a few people in there? What if, and it's like, oh, yeah, because only some people can afford mausoleums, Brittany. Like, that's a really expensive thing to have one of those, and it tends to be just a family. But imagine if more people had more money and more people wanted mausoleums. What are we going to do? Just have a bunch of houses full of caskets? How long until we run out of room? Somebody's got to decide to be dust, like just right out the gate. We need more people to decide to go the dust route. Silence for me. But but real thoughts. So moving through life, challenge is what we carry as being hindrance. The Eight of Swords card could also be a person with a lot of luggage. If someone hasn't made a deck like this already, made the Eight of Swords as a person with like too much luggage at the airport, just like out of hand luggage everywhere for the card, that's an idea. We can carry a lot of memories, of fears, PTSD can manifest with Eight of Swords. It can turn into a lot of things, into an agoraphobic person, because of the stack of things to be afraid of from experiences. Pieces of those experiences stacking up. When I was little, sidebar, my dad used to eat a lot of popcorn. Like, that popcorn was his favorite snack, but I enjoyed eating popcorn with him. And after he went to war the first time, when he came back, he didn't really care for the sound of popcorn in the microwave. It took a while. And just saying that where does that come up? How does that come into play? Is me not understanding it as a family member. There's some good stuff for veterans. Some like veteran appreciation days and veteran appreciation programs. And I'm aware that to think of the families of veterans is a lot of folks to consider. So maybe, just maybe the spouse. But it can be a lot to consider. But when you say troops going to war, that's just the service members. We talk about thousands and thousands of people going to war. That's just the service members. That is not spouses and children. It's difficult for the families that lose somebody. There are also challenges for those that have someone come back. Because there are changes. Not only is it a certain person to be willing and able to serve in the military, but upon return, gotta manage. And it's not a thing that is acceptable to be upset about. All glory to those that can manage without complaint. A lot of pride. But there's difficulty. I'm just like, it's so interesting because I read a book like years and years ago about significant others of those in the police force, because I was seeing somebody that was interested in joining. And there's flagrant chit chat about abuse of of spouses and family members of police officers. Like, it seems like like the crowd don't have no problem talking about these police officers. So their families will tell on them, whether they stay or leave, and the public will tell on police officers. These police is out here killing folks. They're busting folks up without recourse. So just like, well, police officer, I guess it's your turn. Like, you had your time during the slave catcher era of the career, but nowadays people gonna tell on you. For our military, though, it's a bit different. I was on the forum. This is why I claim my age. I claim my age. Like, your girl is not a fluffy yellow chicken. She's she's a full grown chicken. Well, I tell my age. Like, I'll share it by and by, because I've been through some things. So I was on a forum some years ago, and this was for people that were involved with a military member. But a whole lot of girlfriends were there. Some wives, but mostly girlfriends or fiancés. And I'd say amongst the people associated with government, they are the most talkative demographic. Even kids. I'm just like, if you're a military brat, like and see how that's the label, that's the title, military brat. Like, you expect things, or you have some sort of attitude on you because you're a child of a military member. Well, you might have an attitude of consequence. Might have been raised a certain way. Did you see American Beauty? How that guy that videotaped the plastic bag was like, his dad was military, or former military. He ran that house like the government. He didn't need to act like that, but he did. And that guy turned out to be, although strange, very emotionally sensitive, very observant, could be cold and calculating because that's what he was taught, but very sensitive to moods, also as consequence, because he needed to be able to pick up on differences in mood moment to moment. So anyway, the talkative girlfriends would talk about changes in a person during their deployment or after. The stress and speculations about being cheated on, or whether the person was going to come back and commit to you or not. Oh no, heaven forbid you wait. Heaven forbid you wait. And no proposal? Oh my God, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Because everybody knows that they could or can. Ooh, what's that other movie? I think The Officer and the Gentleman. No more comments from me on that. Just that's all. That's all I got. Anyway, where I was going with that is that they can talk or complain, and they do talk and complain. But wives, less so. Because no guts, no glory. You stick it out or you leave. And if you leave, it's like the one job in a mark where a person can be plumb loco. And it's basically acceptable. Because it's understandable. Especially depending on how decorated the person is. Like, has the military member been to war? How many times? What rank did they achieve? What job did they have in the military? Did they show up for work? Or did they try to get out of their duty, their service? Were they drafted or did they sign up? Were they wounded in battle, wounded in combat or not? All of these things factors in society's acceptance. But it's difficulty. So where I'm going with this, because I'm just like, there's only so many people that are military affiliated. For the rest of the population, there's still life experiences that equals some people being a bit cracked or cracking by and by. And this may or may not be visible. Some people like to wear their crazy visibly. Some people, it's a defense. Some people, it can be decoration. And it's a fashion. But being aware that there's real circumstances, as real, again, this holographic reality. There are experiences within the simulation that equal a person being how they are. When you're playing some video game, what makes you choose one character over another? It's like, I don't know, it's a fighting game. It's their skills, right? It's it's their body capability. Are they heavy? Are they light? Are they able to throw people around? Do they take minimal damage? Like they could get socked a bunch of times and the damage is small? Do they have superpowers? It's funny, in video games, like I always prefer somebody with some superpowers. It'll be like an option for a regular human that is just strong. I go for superpowers. I'll take superpowers for 200, Alex. But that's what makes you choose a character. You choose a character based off of what they can do, how they can fight. That comes from stuff. The video game will have a backstory for why they're that way. Oh, they came from a lab. They were experimented upon, and this is the result. All right. They came from another planet. This is what they can do. Alrighty. So what society wants is for you to take the skills, take the abilities of your backstory, and kind of leave the negatives, or keep the story short and interesting. Make it look nice. And again, that's a skill. That is a skill on the toolbox. Maybe a storyteller wouldn't do so well in the fighting game. Maybe their skill is talking the people to sleep. I don't know. But that is a method. That is a way of managing. Utilize what has occurred with you in the most beautiful, effective way. Carry on the good stuff, and any negative stuff or bad stuff, heavy stuff, turn it into something beautiful as a result. Or use a positive ability that has come out of that negative thing. What the heck? What happened with Deadpool? Like some, I don't know, some stuff was on it. Something happened where he turned into Deadpool. Like, it's different from Spider-Man, though. Spider-Man got the spider bite. Deadpool got, I don't know, acid on him. He got experimented on. I think that was it. But point is, he turned into a superhero. He could also be a nuisance, but he turned into a superhero. And that's what the people want. They don't want Hancock at the beginning of the movie. They like Hancock at the end. Although in real life, there's got to be some sort of balance. You got to be able to have off days or off time, or allow yourself to be seen as a person. As a person. I think that's the major thing that I'm getting to. Sometimes the Eight of Swords issue is the viewing, the stress of being stuck because of the way that you are perceived. You are stuck in an image. But the reason why people would say some wise cracks, raggedy nonsense about you being in control is because if you don't care what people think or how people see you, you're really freed up to make whatever choice you want. But I'll tell you what, even the people that say they don't give a damn what people think are aware. There is some awareness or awareness of what some people think or care about what some people think, or they're still curating their image. And sometimes the only way through to the next phase is by relinquishing control of the image or letting it change or letting it for real. What happens if I show something else? What happens if I do something out of character? Which is what's necessary. I'm telling you, this is how I find myself out of the Eight of Swords. Is it without consequence? No. No, and yes. You survive it. Let's go back to everything's fine. It's good. You survive it. We're in a hologram, remember. This is just an experience. It seems, because that's the other thing. If you were really Ten of Swords, like, how are you looking at, like, how are you holding cards? Or what are you doing watching YouTube? Like, clearly you're not dead. You're not deceased. Although the transition can take an interest. I'm not saying that they don't. But anyway, I've prattled enough. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I'm sending lots of love your way and many blessings on the journey, and I'll see you in the next one.